Hi, I'm Monica. For those of you that are new here, I've lived and slept in my car for almost 2 years now, traveling and adventuring the United States. I lived off my savings and picked up random work along the way for a while. Now I rely mostly on social media to pay my bills. I consider it the best decision that I've ever made to quit my stable job and live on the road, living out here day by day, wandering, adapting, facing myself, focusing on the abundance that nature offers. I usually leave town every week or two and continue moving. It's always been that way, but that changed this summer when I fell in love. I was exploring Glacier National Park for the first time, which is in northwest Montana. I made it. Feels like I am the only person in the world right now. Sometimes when you're in places like this, you can't even process it. You can't even take it all in because it's just too beautiful. I just have no words, honestly. Just looking for a good spot to eat my apple. This is crazy. Can't believe I'm the only one here. It's pretty wild. I'm above the clouds. My plan was to hang in town for a couple weeks and then head to Washington. The weather out here in summer is heavenly, with a cool summer breeze you can count on and nights in the 50s and 60s, which you can't beat for car camping in the summer. I met a friend who lives in the woods near Glacier and decided I'd hang with him for a few days, enjoying his company and the safe place to park. I figured we'd hike, swap stories about life, and then I'd keep moving like always. We spent our days adventuring the mountains and the forest, swimming in alpine lakes, chatting for hours around a fire as the moon rose and the stars painted the sky every evening. One night we made a bed out of lawn chairs and slept outside on top of a container to watch a meteor shower.
Wow, this is really cool. Like, you can see everything.
Here's some pictures we took that night. Before we knew it, weeks had passed, and unexpectedly for both of us, we didn't want our time together to end. The end of summer grew closer, and I decided to head to Washington after all to enjoy its beauty before autumn crept in. It felt good to be solo on the road again. Being in the wild alone with my thoughts, wandering small towns, once again seldom knowing where I'll be the next day or what experience I'll run into. The Pacific Northwest is incredibly special. I hiked on average 9 miles a day, seeing so much wildlife and magical places. I enjoyed my solitude away from the city for a few weeks and then picked up a pet sitting gig in Seattle for a few days, taking care of some farm animals. Once I finished my duties there, I decided to head back to Montana.
I can feel my restless wheels. I see my Dobbins Jones hiding in the temple like an ill-positioned stone. I sat down by my girl's knee. She closed her sleepy eyes. We joined hands and we prayed for better days before he died.
Hell yeah.
I can forage by clear water. Help us on our way.
Normally this is what I do every night. I'll wait until it gets dark normally, and then I play some music and dance around the fire a little bit, contemplate life. Sometimes I journal. Yeah, it's really nice and really peaceful, and it never gets old. Having these nights just eating around the fire, dancing around, staring at it, it never gets old. At least it hasn't so far. The leaves changed colors and the days grew shorter. I thought of how last year at this time I was alone in the desert of Arizona. Now I'm exploring the vast forest near Glacier almost every day, finding old hidden tree stands, countless bones, sheds, and artifacts on the forest floors. I swam in the lake every day to bathe or went to the gym to shower. I ended up picking up a job in town for a few weeks and played with the idea of staying in this town for good, hunkering down for the winter, saving up for a van or truck camper, continuing to see where things go with the man I'd been dating. This plan felt good. However, I hadn't seen my friends and family in Florida in over a year now, and the idea of settling down somewhat still felt foreign to my nomadic spirit. So, on a whim one day in October, I decided to drive across the country. If I'm being honest, on the day I left, I wasn't sure if I was going to come back in a month or in 10 years. Triumphant in your mind of the logic that you hold. You said no one would ever know the love that we had shared. As I took my leave to go, it was clear you didn't care. Hi there, folks. So I just pulled off the road, the highway. Still in Montana, but I'm pretty close to North Dakota. So I just pulled off the highway about 2 miles to this little spot that I found on iOverlander. It's free. It looks amazing. It's nighttime, so I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it's right off the highway, 2 miles. So there's a fire pit right here. I can tell in the morning when I wake up it's going to be really nice. It's only like 9:30 right now, or 9:45, so I'm going to try to get to bed within the next 15 minutes, and then wake up hopefully for the sunrise. So, I just got out to pee. Feels like I'm in North Carolina or Georgia or something, like by the beach. But I'm still in freaking Montana. It's pretty crazy. If it wasn't so cold, I would definitely hang out here a little longer, but it is like 39, I think, right now. I don't know how I'm outside in shorts. But I think I'm gonna get a move on. Over the next week, I traveled from Montana to the Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. I stopped at many cute coffee shops and slept mostly at random pull-offs along the highway. In North Dakota, I drove past a halted train and had the bright idea to climb on it and take cool videos. I later realized it's very illegal, so I'll refrain from doing it again, but it was extremely fun. I stopped at Teddy Roosevelt State Park to stretch my legs along the way as well, and did a cool hike. I stumbled upon a herd of bison and watched them from afar for a bit. Finally, I made it to one of my favorite areas in the country, the Blue Ridge Parkway. The plan was to keep heading to Florida in a day or two and make it to West Palm Beach by the end of the week. Things ended up changing completely like always.
We left all our stuff for people. I thought you said because it is goat.
Thanks so much for watching. Tune in next video to see how the journey continues.